Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. An upright position is preferable. You really want to find something sturdy, something where you don't feel like you're leaning over, then you have to pick yourself up. You want to just be sturdy. So a chair works. You can even lie down if that works for you. You want to keep your back upright because it helps your breathing, so you're not like crunched and trying to breathe. And so keep it sturdy, keep it upright. And this is an open eye meditation as well, so we don't close our eyes during this practice. However, if you have learned to practice with your eyes closed and you feel more comfortable doing so, go ahead and do it. There are no hindrances here. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and just leave the screen alone and drop them gently down below you. Kind of looking at the floor, the desk, or whatever is just below you. We're not staring or analyzing anything, but we're also not blurry and zoned out. We just have a nice, light, and gentle, clear gaze directed softly downwards. You're in a nice, comfortable seated position. Your eyes are open and down. Just settle here, right here. Just kind of allow your nervous system to just relax by itself. Allow your body to be pulled down by gravity into the seat, the floor, wherever you're sitting. Just allow everything to be just as it is. And don't worry if you're doing anything correctly or you think it's working for you or not. Just leave all that alone. Just relax. Right here. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. And no one to become. Just rest. Completely rest. Right here. And if you're normal, you'll probably notice how this isn't so easy. I probably just caught you thinking, planning the future, wondering about meditation, or thinking of some video you saw. But thoughts are not the problem. It's just that we pay attention to them too closely. And so we're never living where we always are, which is right here. And a useful tool to help us become situated here and now is to bring our attention to the coming and going of the breath. Because the breath only happens now. And a great way or a great place to feel the breath or to notice it is in the lower belly, below the belly button and above the groin. And just watch how as the breath naturally comes in, the lower belly expands. And as the breath leaves, the lower belly relaxes. Simple. Without concentrating or forcing our attention, just become aware of this movement in the lower belly. And just leave your thoughts alone. In fact, let them chatter on all by themselves, like noise outside your window. Just remain with breathing, rising and falling. And I'm probably catching you thinking again. But this is normal, it's okay. Gently return to the lower belly. Not forcing, not controlling. Noticing that you are already aware of the breath. Do this as effortlessly as you possibly can. come back. Gently come back to breathing. Wake up. Wake up from thinking. Let thinking continue. Don't shut it off. Simply return to the breath in the lower belly, rising and falling. Maybe I'm catching you thinking again. But instead of returning to the breath here, see if you can find, with the same way you found the breath, find the one that thoughts are talking to. What exactly notices thinking? The breath can be found with attention, because your attention and the breath are real. Can you find you with your attention? This center? Is it actually there? Or have you just been assuming your whole life? What am I? Turn the attention back. What are you? Look carefully. Wake up. Come back. What notices those thoughts? Is it findable? And if you don't understand, remain not understanding. Remain as a don't know mind. And completely rest. All right, you can look at the screen. You know, I bring up this man a lot. Alan Watts, great philosopher. He was a philosopher in the 50s and 60s, a little bit of the early 70s, who really brought Eastern ideas into a Western context in a very accessible way. So if you ever get a chance, definitely listen to him. He's wonderful. Not that I agree with everything he says, but he's a wonderful, very good at the insight of these, what we talk about here. And he has this great analogy about, not even an analogy, he has a great quote essentially about our problems, about a very big illusion that most of us live in our modern life. And that is the future-seeking habit. And he says, our whole culture is basically set up this way to seek the future. You know, you go to kindergarten, and what's the idea of kindergarten? Is to do well, get good grades so you can make it to first grade. And then so you can make it to second grade. And you go up and up and up. There's always something coming. There's always some goodie to be reached for. And once you get into fifth grade, you get into sixth grade, you get into middle school, it's a big change in your life. People are cheering you on, saying, good, keep going, don't get out of school, keep going. And there's always this goal in the future, that you're always this thing that we're always trying to seek. Then you get into high school. And then once you get into high school, you get into college. Big change. And when you make it to college, what's the point? Some goal in the future we must make. We must find that degree, find the purpose of life that we're going to do. Then we get that goodie in the future, always moving towards the future. And you graduate college and you make it out into the big world with a capital W. And once you've made it into this famous world, the same thing happens. You get involved in some racket selling insurance or whatever job it is, and you have a quota to meet. And you get promotion. So the goal, there's some goodie in the end. You keep moving towards this goodie that comes. And he says maybe by 45 or 50 years of age, you realize one day, I've arrived. I've made it. The thing I've been seeking my whole life, the job I've always wanted, the thing that I was thinking I wanted, I've arrived. But I don't really feel any different than I always have. And this is, I think, a big reason for the midlife crisis for men and women. And it's because we've been fooled. He says, you can't live at all unless you can live fully now. Because if we're always seeking a future, then this present moment is never actually enjoyed. Maybe for brief moments. But we can never really be here now if our mind is on the future. And this is what we do with practice. We don't practice for some future goal, some reason. We practice for this moment. Or you can say we practice for no reason at all. Because this seeking future mind is really a way to waste your life. Because you forget where you always are. You can't live at all unless you can live fully now. Thank you for showing up today, and thank you for showing up for your life. And as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.